Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2017 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers who are with us for the first time. Thank you for those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow my YouTube channel, and for taking the time to write in your comment and share your support and feedback. And also a note of gratitude to those of you who continue to reach out and keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. It's an honor and a pleasure always to read for you. And also a note of gratitude to my regular clients for the consistent feedback you send on how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one on one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information and detail. And my email address, you can email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I'm always asked about turnaround time on personal readings. I do readings full time, 6 days a week, so I'm usually able to get back with you quite quickly and schedule a reading any time between a couple of days, upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks. I do live and recorded readings from 15 minutes up to an hour and a half. Love compatibility readings, career and finance, year overviews, and I also do contractual monthly readings too. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. So these are general readings. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well, because there's many of you watching, and they of course are not going to mean the same thing to the same degree for everyone watching. For some of you, it may resonate more in relationship area of your life. For others, career and finance or spirituality. So watching all three gives you additional insight and clarity, and your rising and moon sign may play out a little more predictably for you this month than your primary sun sign. I am using the Gilded Tarot deck by artist Ciro Marchetti, drawing 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week, keeping in mind, of course, that time is somewhat fluid, with an additional ninth card from the bottom of the deck representing overall energy and advice. So let's get started. This reading is for Aries, the fire sign of Aries, Aries the Ram, for March 2017. What does the month of March 2017 have in store for the fire sign of Aries, Aries the Ram, March 2017? Aries, Aries 2017 March. Guidance, feedback, advice, and messages from Spirit for the fire sign of Aries, Aries the Ram, for the month of March 2017. Okay, Aries, we begin by being busy. We begin with the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Swords. We have the Star, followed by the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands, followed by the Six of Wands, the Empress, followed by the Knight of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your crowning card representing overall energy and advice is the Two of Wands. Aries, you have 3 knights in your reading, which typically means definitely news is an information that's on its way, and it may have kind of an unexpected conclusion, uh, or the method that it comes in may be rather unexpected. I feel like a lot of you are waiting for news or information, which includes an offer or opportunity of some kind. You may be waiting for news on something in regards to money or work. It looks like it is coming through. I feel like for those of you for whom it doesn't come through during the month of March, it looks like it's going to come through by or at the end of March 2017, possibly going a bit into April. And it's all about kind of your future, your long-term future, and kind of having hope and faith in that, new beginnings as well. So we begin the month of March, Aries, although I am recording these at the end of February. We begin with the energy of the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Swords. So the Two of Pentacles, here we have Earth energy, which is the element that governs the suit of, sorry, did I say swords? I did because the Knight of Swords. Sorry, I got a little confused there. The Two of Pentacles. So Earth energy. Earth is the element that governs the suit of Pentacles. So Pentacles, the energy of Pentacles is usually manifested in earthly, tangible ways because it's about that tangible, physical world we live in. Things like money, finance, property, real estate, job, etc. Things we can see and touch and feel. The Two of Pentacles represents, as you can tell, a sense of juggling. It represents being very busy, multitasking. Sometimes it can represent being so focused on what's going on at hand, so focused on being involved in so many different things going on at once that you might be missing some things that are going on in your environment or opportunities which are coming along. But again, I feel like the majority of you, particularly looking at all of these nights, you're waiting for something to come through, and but you're very busy in the meantime. A lot of you may be putting in a lot of hours at work. Some of you just may have a very full and very busy life. There's a sense of working hard, a sense of juggling, being involved in a lot of stuff, not really having a lot of time to think about anything else, kind of going from one thing to another, going from one place to another. Now, the Two of Pentacles is accompanied by the Knight of Swords. So here we have air energy, which is the element that governs the suit of swords. Swords is not an emotionally driven suit. It's more mental, cerebral, intellectual energy because it's all about what goes on up in here, our words and our ideas, how we communicate them, thoughts, outlooks, belief systems, perspectives. It's also about truth and clarity and learning and education as well. Knights are the bringers of the tarot. They are the deliverers, and they can also represent the speed at which situations move. Typically, they represent something being brought or sent out, an offer, an offering, an opportunity of some kind. The Knight of Swords is would represent a message coming, news or information being brought to you, sometimes in a very blunt, practical manner, because again, it's not emotionally driven. It's intellectually, mentally driven. So just news information. Sometimes it can represent inconvenient news brought at an inconvenient time or in an inconvenient way, not meaning to. The message itself is pure. It's just not powered by emotion. And again, you have to take taking the rest of the cards into consideration. There is a sense of waiting, being busy, but waiting for something to come through. I feel like what you're waiting for fundamentally is something tangible because the Knight of Swords is sitting next to the Knight of Pentacles, which is what we transition into next. The Star and the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles, this is waiting for something. This is something being brought to you, an offer opportunity that's tangible in nature. Pentacles would represent that the offer opportunity is tangible in nature. Again, I feel like for a lot of you, it's money, it's news of money, or a job offer opportunity of some kind. Some of you, this may be what you're waiting for, may be coming through around the second or third week of March. Some of you, there's more of a sense of waiting a little bit longer, feel like what the Knight of Pentacles is bringing, both this message. It's kind of like you get a message that the money or the resources or that tangible what you need, that offer, it's on its way, or you're going to hear about it quite soon. And then in the second or third week, it actually comes through. You're being asked to be patient, to have hope and faith that it's coming, that it holds a lot of potential for you. Some of you, I'm getting. Sorry about the pause there. I was just putting it together. Some of you are being asked to trust in that what is coming. Again, this offer opportunity that's coming is in your best interest. and that it's a matter of divine timing and orchestration. Hopefully that's not too confusing. We have the star card, which crowns the Knight of Pentacles. The star card is a major arcana card, so there's significant profound energies here. It's a card primarily of hope and faith, of trusting that the path in front of you is one that ultimately is all about your joy and fulfillment. It is can be considered one of the wish fulfillment cards, being at a place where you feel very happy, very at peace. You're walking the steps as they present themselves in front of you, even if you can't see too far down the path, because you trust that you're being guided, and you trust that what's put in your path is put there for a reason, particularly offers and opportunities. Again, I feel like a lot of you are waiting for something to come through. Some of you, it's having hope and faith that it is coming, that it's on its way, and when it does arrive, it's an opportunity that's meant for you to take, even though of course we live in a free will zone. You can choose to take it or not, but that it's divine timing and orchestration. It's part of the path that you're on, and you're being asked to trust in that. And also this, what's coming, what's going to be coming to you, is part of your, it's part of a healing process for some of you. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but what's coming is helping you heal, and it's helping restore perhaps hope and faith for some of you. That star card is also a card that has a strong connection, a strong theme of peace and restoration and healing. The star card comes up when people who have been ill for quite a long time are beginning to recover, or people that went through a bad breakup and kind of went off the grid, kind of crawled off into an emotional cave for a while, wake up one day and realize that the sun is still shining, life is still meant to be lived. So again, what this offer is that's coming, or perhaps that arrives for some of you in the second or third week of March, it's part of a healing process for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, even though it's your decision, you're meant to take it. It is strongly a matter of divine timing and orchestration. And it's what you need to kind of help either motivate you, propel you into on a new direction, on a new path, or this path is one that you've already been waiting and excited to start. You're just waiting for the actual tangible resources, that news, whatever it is that you need in order to, in a practical way, begin this path. Because next we transition, excuse me, into the energy of the Ace of Wands, followed by the Six of Wands. So here we have fire energy, which is the element that governs the suit of wands. It's a very active, dynamic suit, change, movement, action, power, very forward moving, creative, manifesting energy. It can often point to creative or artistic endeavors, careers, because it's about turning our thoughts and ideas and dreams into actual reality, being action oriented, and momentum as well. Aces represent the number one. They represent the beginning of a new path, the start of something. Seeds, which hold a lot of potential if they're planted and nurtured and taken care of. This is an exciting new beginning, the beginning of a new path that really has you fired up. It could be a new project that you needed the actual funds or resources, skill set perhaps in order to begin. It could be an actual physical move for some of you. What you're waiting for, of course, there's many of you watching it. It's gonna mean different things to different people. Some of you may be waiting for the funds or resources to be able to move, a loan approved on a new house, a new job offer or opportunity. I feel like for some of you, it's both. There's a new job or job opportunity that's coming, where, and if you take it, it will actually mean moving and relocating. But it's a very positive path. It's a beautiful new path, and you're very excited and fired up about it. It represents victory and triumph, and also public recognition for some of you. Some of you may be getting a promotion, a bonus, a raise, an award, being recognized for something on this new path, because that Ace of Wands is paired with the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory, triumph, success, public recognition. So again, it's going to mean different things for different people. Some of you, this is in the career, work, finance part of your life. Some of you, this is very specific towards maybe even one or a handful of people. You have come up with a new idea or a new project of some kind, a new idea of something, about something and you presented it to you presented it, or you're preparing to present it to a person or a group of people that have the ability to say yes or no about it, people who have the decision making power to approve it, give you what you need to begin it. You're being recognized for that. And you're being given what you need to start it. It's so specific. It can only be for one or a few handful of people, but the knights represent your energy and the group of people that you're proposing something to, whether it's in your job or work field, or you're starting something of your own. Some of you, it could be a business of your own, an entrepreneurial, some kind of idea or project, and you're plugging it, you're promoting it, you're taking your idea and your vision, you're presenting it to people who could give you or approve the finances, resources, tangible assets that you need in order to start this. And it does look like it's coming through for you, and it's really, really exciting, and it feels very fast paced as well. Now, at or towards the end of March 2017, we have the energy of the Empress, followed by the Knight of Cups. New beginnings at the end of the month. And it's actually sitting right. The Empress is sitting right next to the Ace of Wands, which is your exciting new beginning. You're starting an exciting new path. The Empress is also a card that represents new beginnings, but it represents that the time is right to start. It represents, the right season, the ground being at the right temperature to plant the seeds. It's not a card of completion, because the Empress is the traditional Earth Mother of the tarot. She's all about growing and feeding and sustaining and nurturing things in its infancy, in the beginning stages. So when you see the Empress, it's often the go sign, the green light for beginning new projects, starting anything new, because it's time to actually plant the seeds to begin it, so that you can start nurturing and growing and sustaining it and giving it what it needs, so that down the road it will continue to blossom and flower into what its full potential is. So beautiful card. It's also a card about nurturing. It can be a card of taking better care of yourself and connecting more with nature itself. But it looks like the end of March, beginning of April is the right time to actually begin whatever this new thing is. And it looks like you have a lot of support too, particularly emotional support, because that Empress is paired with the Knight of Cups. You have these three knights here. The knight, somebody bringing you news, information, messages, something being brought or you presenting it that's very tangible in terms of earth energy, practical, see, touch, feel stuff. And here, this is your offers of love or emotional support as well. It looks like you're going to get, for those of you who are still waiting, you're going to be getting what you need to begin this new project, to begin this new chapter, this new path. It feels very exciting. For those of you who are presenting a new idea, a new wanting to start something new, and you're presenting it to people who have the funds or resources or abilities to get you what you need to begin this. It also looks like for the majority of you that is successful as well. And overall, this is something which is going to be beneficial and blessed for you in your long-term future, because your crowning card from the bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands. This is a card about being at a crossroads and needing to choose a path, needing to make a decision to go one way or the other. And the key to choosing the right path for this man is in long-term thinking and planning. If you have a very clear idea of what your big picture is, your big ultimate goal, it makes the path there, which path to take to get there, a lot clearer, and also uh, easier for you to get there in a very assertive, focused, intentional way. Because if you don't have a clear idea of what you want or where you're going, it's easy to get lost because you don't know where you're going. If you don't know what you want, how are you going to know when you get there? So it's about being focused, intentional, and clear about what your long-term goals here are, because it makes the path to getting there and the steps you need to take a lot clearer. And this, however the specifics of this play out for all of you Aries who are watching this, or people who are watching this for Aries, it's about your long-term future and planning, and any decisions, choices you need to make, you need to make them with that kind of in your mind's eye, keeping an eye on your long-term goals and future, because that's what this is about, and that's really what it's going to benefit. Okay, so Aries, that pretty much wraps up your March 2017 reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you find it useful, and that it brings you some clarity and insight into whatever this exciting situation is. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just click on that little about button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most delighted to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the March 2017 mid-month readings. And until then, as always, Aries, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.